murky area, and we'll talk about that more as we, after this match. But it was a little bit murky. But we're looking at Jeff Rasmussen versus Erik Carson, Blue-White Delver, obviously, versus Green-Red Aggro.
Okay.
I have Eric's deck list, and you'll be the Delver man this time. So tell me some Delver.
Okay, so this is actually not classic Delver. It is Blue-White Delver. He does not play Restoration Angel, not even in the board. Instead, he's got 3 copies of Porcelain Legionnaire. So his creature suite is identical to Jerry's, except for he plays Legionnaire where the Angel is. He's got 2 Thought Scour, 4 Mana Leak, 3 Spectral Flight.
You don't see that one very often.
We haven't seen very often. We have seen it before, but not very often. So only 2 probes. He's got 1 Divine Offering, 1 Gut Shot, 2 Dismember, with an extra S. I mean, sometimes you need that extra S. He's got 2 Mutagenic Growth, 4 Snag, 4 Ponder. So he's, as far as cantrips go, it looks like he's just got 8, 4 Ponder, 2 Thought Scour, 2 Probe. But that's his list.
I love me some Mutagenic Growth in Delver.
Yeah, so this is going to be a little more aggressive, a little bit more tricky with the Mutagenic Growths.
And I think a little bit worse against a Green-Red deck.
Yeah.
Now, by all means, Spectre Flight on Geist Saint Traff can straight up win him the game, but I think his deck list is just worse against a Green-Red deck. Restoration Angel is fantastic against Green-Red. Where Porcelain Legionnaire is fine, but if they have answers to it, which this Green-Red deck list in front of me is pretty well matched up against it. He's got 3 Galvanic Blasts, 1 Incinerate, 1 Pillar of Flame to be able to deal with it, along with 2 Bonfire of the Dam to be able to take care of Porcelain Legionnaire. So he's pretty well set up against that. Everything else is fairly traditional here. You're going to find 4 Green Sun Zeniths, which is pretty standard, but the things that are unique that he can search up with that are Daybreak Ranger, 3 Wolfheart Avengers, 1 Wolfhair Silverheart, Big Papa, as we call him.
People love that card.
So there are some things that he can get with it that are a little bit off the cuff. You're not going to find an Acidic Slime here, though, just so that you guys know. He's also got 2 Hell Riders here, and he has 1 main deck Misers and Zealous Conscripts. So we haven't seen Green-Red Aggro yet today, but Erik is having a nice tournament, so we're going to be able to see it now, and then as we are able to, when the guys go to the sideboards, we'll definitely talk about them, because the red-green deck list I have in front of me has got some things going on, and your Delver sideboard's pretty standard, but there's definitely some things to be explained there. So it should be an interesting match. I'm going to just go to my show director. Do you know the records of these guys? We don't have the records available. Probably guys with either 0 losses or 1 loss, but
right.
We just don't know if they're undefeated. And we'll find out who's going first soon. Okay, they're both XO, so this is a very relevant match. Most of them are, but both of these guys are 4-0 moving into round 5. And I would be remiss if I did not comment on the sweet Heron Hat combo of one Erik Carson. I cannot ignore it. Apparently you can, but I can't.
I just figured I'd let you handle it.
That's fair.
You are probably more fashionable of us.
Well, I enjoy some fashion from time to time. I will not comment on if that's positive or negative fashion. I will just say that it is fashion. That is all.
I like it.
So these gentlemen are going to get underway shortly. For those of you guys that are wondering records at home, some of the bigger names out there, Jerry is 3-1. Josh Cho, as you guys saw, just lost first round. He's 3-1. As Jeff is taking a mulligan to 6 here. And we're starting, actually. So we'll get to records shortly, but Paradise, Joe.
Jeff did mulligan to 6.
Jeff did mulligan to 6, okay.
Okay, so Erik Carson with Bird of Paradise, Jeff Rasmussen with Delver of Secrets. Nice opening for both players. Galvanic Blast from Erik, likely to hit the stack here and probably hit the Delver.
He's also got Wolfhair Silverheart as well, so checking for Blackjack failed. Everyone is safe. But Ponder is going to change some things, so do you mean
Wolfhair Avenger to flash?
Yeah, Wolfhair Avenger. Excuse me.
I was like, what does Silverheart have to do with this turn?
Yeah, 5 mana, turn 3. Here it is. The Avenger is going to come into play at end of turn, and then he'll be able to actually blast then he can blast it if he wants to. Yeah,
he can blast the Delver after it's flipped if he wants. So Ponder from Jeff. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
So Erik's draw is actually very strong in this game. I see a Stranglehold Geist as well, so presumably what he's going to be doing this turn is end of turn, flashing in his 3/3. On his turn, playing a Stranglehold Geist, probably Galvanic Blasting that Delver.
And then swinging in for all kinds of numbers.
service with a smile for 5 damage. So
I like that, service with a smile.
That's not good. You could have mutagenic growth actually, and that would probably be a good trade.
Oh, that's nice. Nice. I like that play.
Now he doesn't even have to use the Galblast.
Yeah. So Wolfie or Silverheart comes in and
it's Avenger.
I'm sorry, Avenger. Jeez, now you got me messing it up. Thanks, Cedric.
Welcome to the box.
Wolfie or Avenger comes down and takes out the Delver, the attacking Delver. And
I like when players pounce like that. When they see their opening, they just,
Across
just cast his guy as soon as he can. Are you attacking? You're attacking? Okay.
And there's the Strangleroot Geist in for 5 here.
5 and still has Galblast.
Yeah.
Yep, you're gonna have to cast Snag now since you already tapped it. But you can just leave that Galblast mana up. Keep right on moving along. Geist. Yep.
Geist of St. Traff. Now, things could get real scary for Erik, especially if Jeff has that Spectral Procession that we mentioned he's got 3. Bonfire the Damned off the top.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle.
An actual miracle.
All of the mana. This has been Blowout City.
Yeah, seriously.
This has just been one-sided blowout centric.
It's looking tough, looking scary for Erik. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Just flash my blocker, kill your best creature, bonfire your best guy that is hexproof. Not to say that Geist would have been very good this game anyway, because he's Jeff is on the back foot, but that sure makes it a lot easier.
Ponder from Jeff. Maybe he'll see some cards he actually wants to keep on top.
Sees a leak of the mutagenic growth and a land. Mutagenic growth would have been awesome on that turn. On that bonfire turn.
Saved the Geist. I think he's going to shuffle, or is he going to keep? Keeps. Grabs the mutagenic growth. And Geist number 2? No, Porcelain Legionnaire. Okay. Not bad. Not bad.
It's actually going to be really good right now, because from what I can see, he's only got one. He's got 1 Galvanic Blast in his hand to be able to take care of that, which he's probably just going to cast immediately, and then he's going to be able to pump his guy to save it. But it's going to trade with the first half of what's the Strangleroot Geist? It's going to trade with the first half, and he'll still be able to cast. Wolf or Avenger as well. So it's nice in the interim, but it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
Galvanic Blast, mutagenic growth.
And the other thing is that it deals 2 points of damage to him, which is relevant.
It was almost like shock you, discard a card.
Pretty much. Erik's hand, from what I believe, I'm seeing at least 1 Green Sun Zenith, might be 2. It looks like 2 Zeniths, 1 Wolf or Avenger, and 1 Hunt Master of the Fells. So he's going to go ahead and wait to get that into play, which I actually don't like. If you have the opportunity to get through Mana Leak, you might as well just take it.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't swing in with the Geist, even knowing it was going to hit it was probably just going to be chumped. I would have done it. Maybe you get damage in, maybe you just grow your Geist. Okay, so he's got to go on the defensive.
Yeah, I didn't expect Jeff to attack that turn, so I don't really. I like your play, assuming that Jeff was not going to attack.
Yeah.
So,
Wolfie or Avenger gets mana leaked.
Yeah, I don't like that because his mana leak should have never been on.
Yeah.
But you're a forest, so I mean he has tons of options. He can Hunt Master. He can just move in the Wolf Run. There's a lot of things he can do.
Geist in for 3.
Decisions.
Yeah, it's interesting. The player I expected to be aggressive didn't attack, and the player I expected not to attack.
Yeah, did attack. Yeah.
And then Erik ran his Wolfie Avenger right into a mana leak, and there we have, I believe, a Hunt Master.
That's going to be Hunt Master. It's a scribbled on fake card, but yeah, I don't really understand the attack from Jeff at all. You're not going to win the. I mean, obviously you have to deal damage to be able to kill your opponent, but there's a time and a place, and that did not seem like the best opportunity to do that. Trading 3 for 3 there is not ideal, and now we're doing it again.
Yeah, he's at 8 life, if that life total is correct. And 3-1 first striker is not a bad blocker.
It's not a bad spot to be in. I mean, in this situation, he can bluff Restoration Angel. Well, actually, he can't, because if he bluffs it, then his Huntmaster flips, and then it's going to try to shoot down the
Yeah, shoot it anyway.
Yeah. And even if he does have Restoration Angel, you know, he's still going to take the 2. He still has to deal with the 4/4 on the table, that sort of thing. So, Snapcaster Mage is going to find Ponder.
So, Plains, Mana Leak.
I think it's another snap.
Snapper.
Yep. There's just no need to be so aggressive at this point. Gonna shuffle, hope for a miracle. Terminus. What do you say?
I don't think he's going to hit the Terminus.
No?
Considering the lack of the Terminus in his deck list. I mean, if he hits Terminus, the match is, well, the game's certainly over if he hits Terminus.
We're going to have a talk.
Yeah.
We're definitely going to have a talk.
All right, draws, looks at the top card.
It looked like a Vapor Snag. It's either a Snag or a Thought Scour, I believe.
It might be a unofficial miracle.
Now he's giving it away. That subtle reach for the mana. Now he's giving away that he's drawing a spell. For Erik, I just see a turn where he can just kind of shove in with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't have to make a move really. You know, he can. Well, I mean, if it's Vapor Snag, it's a little bit more interesting because he has a Wolf Run that he can jam a lot of mana into. But, you know, you don't want to get really blown out by a Vapor Snag this turn. Zenith, okay. He's going to Zenith again. He's just going to get 2 little Strangle Gooses.
Yep.
Strangle Geese.
Strangle Geese.
Strangle Geese.
There they are. He's got a triple Strangle Rootgeist on the table, one of which has undied. It sounds ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, we're looking at Leaf on the board right now. I think the only reason Jeff has not conceded is because he has a Vapor Snag in his hand. So, presumably what's going to occur is Snapcaster's going to get in front of the 3/2, and they're probably going to bounce the Wolf token.
That's alright. Snapcaster in front of the Huntmaster. Bounce the 3/2? I don't know, yeah.
Just a concession.
It would have been nice to have a 3/1 first striker there back to block.
I think I agree with you. I think I agree. It would not have been so bad.
I mean, it might not have ended up mattering, but it would have given him more time to maybe put himself in a better situation. Maybe it would have held off such an alpha strike from Erik. Maybe he wouldn't have been using his Zeniths for double Strangle Rootgeist right there. Who knows? I mean, it's hard to tell when, you know, when that's not actually how things played out.
Yeah. But I mean, at the very least, with the turn where they traded 3 for 3, you know, Jeff would have been at 11 instead of 8. So that makes a difference. Now going into sideboards, you've got Jeff's in front of you. So what do you think is going to be useful for him?
All right. So Jeff, as the Delver player, he's got access to both Sword of Feast and Famine and Sword of War and Peace. He's got access to Ghost Quarter if he wants, the Kessig Wolf runs. Trying to look. What did we see from the red-green aggro list? Nothing. Nothing really not standard.
There's nothing really out of the ordinary, unless you want to consider Bonfire of the Damned.
Yeah. So
out of the ordinary.
You bring in 2 timely reinforcements. Probably bring in a sword or 2, or maybe all 3. He did have Porcelain Legionnaire, which theoretically Erik could be thinking, all right, I'm going to bring in some artifact destruction. I've got Naturalize. I've got Ancient Grudge. So bringing in the swords, they might just end up getting the collateral damage from that. But maybe not. Maybe he figures he can. Maybe Erik figures he can use his burn spells to take out any Porcelain Legionnaire trouble. But I think it would behoove Erik to bring in some artifact removal.
Yeah, and I think he's definitely going to bring in some artifact removal. But he has 2 Naturalizes and 1 Grudge, as you said. I can't imagine those not coming in. And then it's going to cover his bases on equipment as well. So those are almost automatic. He has a Combust that he can bring in here as well if he'd like to. And when you see Porcelain Legionnaire, sometimes it's debatable on how good Combust is against Delver.
Mm-hmm.
But when you see Porcelain Legionnaire in their deck, it obviously it gains value.
Mm-hmm.
So since you can kill that as well. And Erik doesn't know that Jeff doesn't have Restoration Angel, but he can assume that he does.
Yeah,
so Combust is going to get its value there. And the interesting one here is actually Arc Trail. This isn't a card that you would traditionally bring in against Delver.
Mm-hmm.
But when you see that he has Porcelain Legionnaire in his deck,
yeah,
and if he goes Delver Porcelain Legionnaire,
you just
you get the ultimate 2 for 1,
yeah,
and then it kind of makes sense to bring in. Now the only other card that I would consider bringing in, is I see Phyrexian Metamorph, which isn't very good. I don't think he really needs to keep his Geist in check all that much, but he does have a Thrun the Lastral that he can bring in. But there are so many people that are playing Delver now that have so many Phantasmal Image is so popular that every time that you go out of your way to search for a Throne with a green Sunseed or something like that, and they spend 2 mana to kill it, you feel like you've wasted a turn and a card. So I think that myself personally, I would leave that on the bench. So I don't want to walk myself into that trap where I'd rather get a Huntmaster, I'd rather get a Strangleroot Geist. But we'll see what Erik chooses to do.
Yeah, I mean Jeff could be expecting a Throne and bring in some Phantasmal Images or Metamorphs, but I don't know how much next leveling you want to do, I mean, where you're going, well, he plays green, he could bring in Thrun, so I'll bring in Phantasmal Image, but if he's expecting me to bring in Phantasmal Image, he might leave the Thrun in the board, so maybe I won't bring in my Phantasmal Image.
Yeah, and then it's, what level do we want to play on?
Yeah,
it gets interesting there. So, there's been a lot of debate on who wins this matchup.
Yeah.
It's the green-red deck is super aggressive.
Yeah, and it's very good. It won 2 opens in a row just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, and it's been very aggressive. It's really popular. It dropped off last week a little bit. It didn't have the results. Obviously, Delver took over for that weekend. But it's kind of tough to say, the green-red deck is often overlooked as being a mediocre deck. And then, it won the 2 opens, everyone's like, whatever, who cares? But, I mean, in that particular game, I feel like green-red crushed him.
Yeah,
I just feel like he just got crushed.
Pretty much. It is kind of funny how green-red aggro can win 2 opens in a row. Delver puts 6 people into the top 6, and it's just ban Delver.
Yeah, Delver's the best deck. Everybody get out of here.
Right.
And green-red won 2. It won 2 tournaments in a row, and it won an online PTQ in the same span. Everyone's like, that deck sucks. That deck's not good at all.
No.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fluke.
Yeah.
3 flukes.
That's insane. And then, you can look at it the Delver guys, well, it was 6 awesome Delver players.
Yeah.
But that's a testament to how good those guys are. And maybe not how good Delver is, but the guys who won with red-green were 3 no-name guys. So
right.
Isn't that a testament to how good the green-red deck is? That 3 people you've never heard of just won 10 rounds of Magic with the deck?
Exactly.
Yeah, and everyone's just green-red sucks, Delver's the best deck, just don't talk to me. It's insanity.
Yeah, when you start to break apart the logic starts to break apart. It doesn't. It really doesn't make any sense.
It's pure insanity. So these guys are shuffling up. Delver's gonna be on the play this game. Jeff, if I can transmit some advice to you telepathically, leave Porcelain Legionnaire at home. Don't attack with it. Don't go racing when you're behind.
went over to the dealer's table.
Okay.
Because I need to get my 4th Geist of St. Traft. I had 4. I traded 1 for like a Snapcaster Mage at one point, so I need the 4th one. They're sold out.
Of course they are. Delver v. Birds. Pretty standard for this matchup.
Nice opener for both guys. Good start. Now who can put the pedal to the metal here and get things going? All right, so no Flashed-in Wolfie or Avenger for that one, at least not at this point.
Yeah, not yet. Aha.
Delver number 2 from Jeff and Moorland Hunt. So
I have very bad news for Jeff, I believe. Is it hot in here?
It's hot in here.
Can I take off all my clothes?
So Bonfire
the
the
director
Damned.
does not want me to take off all my clothes. He's lying. He's shaking his head and lying, but it's fine. We'll keep it PG for now.
You already took off your pants.
That's not. Why did you tell them that?
Oh, sorry.
That's not even that true.
So Bonfire the Damned for 1 takes out 2 Delvers, and that was a pretty big blowout, and it wasn't even a miracle.
It was a decent turn.
Yeah,
decent
so
turn.
Green Sun Zenith for 2 from Erik, and I think we're going to see some Strangleroot Geists. No, Mana Leak takes care of that.
Geist is here.
There's Geist of St. Traft, and now Erik needs to find a Bonfire on the top like he did last game.
Yeah, blow that out, keep moving.
Yeah, so 3 mana, Phyrexian Metamorph, that'll work.
I think that's just his 1 Metamorph in the board. Yep. He doesn't have any main deck. It's a commonly found in the red-green deck.
Eric's been playing like the best control deck against Delver.
Yeah, just keeping everything. Yeah, just keeping everything under order.
And Geist of St. Traft, number 2
checking
from
for
Jeff.
blackjack.
Erik trying to flip his
Did we
own
find
Delver.
I've never seen someone stare at the top card of their deck that long and not have it be a miracle.
It was Green Sun Zenith.
All right.
Why would you not Bonfire there?
He tricked. It
has to be a Bonfire. He has to be deciding whether or not the cast is Bonfire. He would Bonfire. Snap Bonfire.
Goose. The goose is loose.
Strangleroot Geist and Bird number 2. So now we have to be careful about talking about the Geist. Because there's 2 on board.
That's true.
2 different ones.
I call him the Goose.
The Goose.
Strangle Goose.
The Goose and the Ghost.
Yeah, and then the Geist.
I call Geist of St. Traft. I had a name for it and I can't remember. Vapor Snag on Erik's Strangleroot Goose. And here comes 6 power coming across the board there. Erik takes 6.
Well, provided that Jeff doesn't have a Mana Leak. Erik has 2 Huntmasters in his hand, so while that Geist attack is good for 6 damage, obviously, the Geist is going to be kind of under control here shortly, provided he doesn't have a leak.
And there's a Huntmaster.
And that's going to resolve. Now myself on that turn, I would have preferred if he would have actually cast Green Sun Zenith for it, instead of casting the original one. Because if he draws another land next turn, he's able to actually cast a Huntmaster and a Strangleroot Geist, so he can cast 2 spells in 1 turn. You know,
yeah, I like it.
There's no real reason to leave that bird available, because there's very little chance that he's going to chump block
an angel.
The angel token with it.
So Jeff Thought Scours at the end of Erik's turn, dumps Island Plains, and drew a card which I didn't quite see. So, and there's Spectral Flight. Uh-oh. Now he might want to think about chump blocking either the angel or the Geist, probably the angel, but it doesn't really matter, I guess. I say probably the angel, doesn't, I don't know, probably either one. He's going to chump block one of them.
Chump block now and go to 8. That other bird's going to have to be on blocking duty. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to race this. It's going to be very important for him to draw a land right now to be able to do that. This is the thing that we kind of talked about before the match, as he drew. It's definitely a red card.
Red, yeah.
This is definitely something that we talked about before the match. You know, this is a way that Jeff's able to steal games. Is he has Spectral Flight to steal games.
Is it active aggression?
That is active aggression.
Active aggression.
I'm a little surprised to see that.
Yeah. He can't steal the Geist.
He can. I'm trying to think of how the stack works. If he's able to take the angel.
He can take the angel, but it'll be tapped. It'll just be tapped, right? Or wait, it untaps it.
It untaps. but he is only at 4.
So he could chump the Geist and... Well, he could trade the Angel for the Geist.
For the Geist, yeah.
Huh, interesting.
I'm not sure if that life total is correct. I feel like he should be at 8, not 4.
He's at 8.
Is he at 8? Yeah, okay. So he is at 8. This is going to put him at 7. And then... Ooh. I think that concession was hasty.
Yeah, that's interesting, because I thought the active aggression thing would have been a pretty good play.
Active aggression was like best possible draw that turn.
Right, like he draws active aggression. It's like steal your. Okay, so you attack. I'll steal your Angel, untap it, block your Geist,
and he would have gone to. He would have had to take 4 to do that, which would have put him down to 3.
Did he not have access to much red or what?
Well, he Vapor Snagged the birds, so he's down to just 3 mana in play.
Okay,
but he would have taken 4 to go down to 3, but 3's not 0.
Yeah, and also he wiped his opponent's board of a creature that's really hard to deal with.
Yeah, that was a hasty concession, is what that was.
Now he might not have been able to pull that game out anyway, but he could have had some more time.
I mean, yeah, it would have been. The game would have been very close because Jeff had Moreland Haunt in play, but I mean, it still gives Erik a perfectly reasonable opportunity to win the game. If he draws a land, he has another Hunt Master he can cast to gain life. Like, that game's very close after that. So, I think this just may be a thing where he doesn't know the interaction.
Yeah, didn't realize he could do it.
He can take the Angel token.
I am surprised he brought it in, though.
Yeah, I was surprised to even see that he drew it. It turned out to be the best possible card he could draw,
and then he didn't use it.
And then he didn't use it. So,
oops.
Hey, that's magic.
Let's see if
we're gonna check out some SCG Live, the Twitter, just while these guys are sideboarding, just to make sure that we're not wrong about that. I'm pretty sure that he could have taken it, but. I've been wrong before, and I'll be wrong again.
Yeah, nobody tweeting about it to us. What the heck is going on here?
No one loves us.
Now, of course, this isn't a report from outside. This is actually internal. I believe Dane maybe just posted this at Deck Tech. Mark Mihachko playing 4-color Miracles. Why are we not seeing that one? I want to see that. Is he doing okay? Let's see this. I'm going to click. So if you guys want to see this Deck Tech, it's on StarCityGames.com. Let's see. Yeah, Dane just posted this up. Let's see what his record is.
Hopefully he's doing well.
Yeah, because I'd like to see this on camera.
Yeah, that's what I.
Yeah, we'll have to ask. I don't see his record posted in here. I'm trying to like skim it. Yeah, so he's got. It's basically like he looked at Alex Haynes' list and went, "All right, how can I make this standard?" So he's got the 4 Feeling of Dreads. He's got 1 Tameo. He's got Think Twice, Reclaim, Noxious Revival, which is just disgusting with Miracles.
Yeah.
And then he's just got interesting. He doesn't have the Time Walk Miracle. What's it called? Temporal Mastery.
Temporal Mastery, but it gets exiled from the game when you cast it.
Yeah, so it doesn't work with Noxious Revival, but still, it's taking an extra turn. It's like, oh, I'm too greedy. I'm just not gonna play it.
Yeah.
If I can't take 2 extra turns in a row with Noxious Revival,
then I'm not interested.
Yeah.
Find somebody else.
But he's got Devastation Tide. He's got Entreat the Angels. He's got Faithless Looting, Mulch, Terminus, of course, Ponder. Yeah, so
he wants to mulch some of those Miracles into the yard.
Very interesting deck. No creatures in the main. Sideboard, though, he can sideboard in 4 Delvers, 4 Hunt Masters, 4 Geists of St. Traft. Well, he completely transforms into like a strange version of 4-color Delver. Very interesting, interesting list. I would love to see this on camera if it's doing well.
Yeah, if he's doing well, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see it on camera regardless, but he has to be doing well.
Yeah,
we
have a high bar here.
Mm-hmm.
No, for you guys to see some stuff, they got to be winning.
When Dane comes by, I'll ask him if we can get Mark on camera.
Okay.
But for those of you guys curious about the deck we're talking about, it is on StarCityGames.com, the Deck Tech 4-Color Miracle with Mark Michachko. Check that out.
Pretty sweet.
He is X3. That's why he's not on camera, according to Blake Layton.
Fair enough.
If he's X3, I understand.
These guys are shuffling away, but it'll be game 3. Green Red will be on the play this game.
I just wanted to. I know you and Jerry's relationship is on the rocks a little bit.
It is strained, yes.
But I just want to share this shout out from Robot Large. He said it's awesome to see so much Delver at SCG Ohio. Thanks, Jerry T. I love watching Delver all day long, especially the mirrors.
Oh.
So I just wanted to to say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's entitled to an opinion.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about this country.
Absolutely. And first turn birds from Erik Carson. First turn Glacial Fortress tapped from Jeff Rasmussen. Not the ideal turn 1 play, but not the worst. There's a Strangleroot, guys. Comes into play tapped and attacking.
Just like it should be.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe that Erik, after just how well those early turns went last game, just bonfire and getting 2 Delvers, and he just still didn't win. That's tough pill to swallow.
Spectral Flight on a Geist Saint Draft.
That can do it.
Yeah. So Erik looks for a miracle. I wouldn't have wanted to see a bonfire really there.
Yeah,
I think I would have probably just held it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to draw a bonfire there.
Green Sun Zenith gets another Strangleroot Geist.
It's gonna try to.
If it resolves, and it does not.
In for 2. Do we have... Nope, no Geist. Is it a miracle? It is a miracle.
And again, are you going to cast this? So I would have just... Alright, so you're just going to
3.
Get him for 3. I guess. I don't like that. I would have held the bonfire until it was more relevant.
I don't like that at all.
Vapor Snag on Erik's Strangleroot Geist.
Now he's behind on the board. He dealt him 3 points of damage. It didn't matter. I don't like that play at all.
Yeah, sometimes it's just, I don't think it's worth casting the miracle.
I don't want to say 3 points of damage doesn't matter, but it's not like...
But I think having a bonfire available later matters more.
Yeah, sacrificing your board, and now the board position is in your favor, and now Delver, now the Delver player is where they want to be. A stable board. Yeah, yep.
So Jeff flashes in Snapcaster at the end of Erik's turn, then attacks with it, then adds Geist of St. Traff to his side of the board. Erik now some lands and a Bird of Paradise.
Now, not only is Erik behind now on the board, because now it's going to go back to playing the Vapor Snag game, where he's going to play a Strangleroot Geist, probably to hope to block, whatever, and now he's going to bounce it and get in for 6, 8 damage, that sort of thing. But now he's just behind everywhere, because if he had that bonfire in his hand and had another land, then he could bonfire for 2 and clear things up.
Yeah.
But or he could be drawing live to a land. Now, not only did that bonfire deal what is probably going to be an irrelevant 3 points of damage, but now he's behind on the board and is going to have a huge difficulty catching back up.
And he doesn't have access to a sweeper that he could have had access to.
Yeah.
Bonfire is good because it's a sweeper, not because it's fireball. Fireball to the face. That's cool and everything, but that's not. And sometimes that ends games. But I think it's the sweeper part of it that makes it so good. So Wolfear Avenger from Erik.
On his main phase, so it doesn't run into a Mana Leak. But it's just going to run...
that's smarter than running into the Mana Leak.
Yeah, that's definitely right.
Earlier, yeah.
But he's just going to run into a much bigger problem now.
2 mana from Jeff.
Yeah.
Spectral Flight on the Geist of St. Traft.
The way that we said he would... This is the reason that this version of Delver, this is how he gets its advantage.
So, in for 8. Leaves Snappy at home. Doesn't want him to tussle with that wolf.
And you see the vapor snag in his hand too. Jeff is just dying to cast it. You know he's gonna leave. You know that Eric's gonna leave that bird back to hopefully block, and it's gonna get.
Right, and it's gonna be lethal, right? Because he's gonna vapor snag the bird and then just swing in for 8.
Yep. And
no, so he didn't leave the bird back to block. Okay, so
right,
he's got an
not
acidic
bad.
slime. Acidic slime can.
That's not bad at all,
here,
actually.
can certainly slow things down. Yeah, because he gets to hit that spectral flight. And, all right, so he put the brakes on a little bit, stemmed the bleeding.
So it just looks like his turn, if I can predict, yeah, he's going to bounce that. He's going to be able to get with both his guys. Slime's probably going to try trade with the Geist, attempt to trade with the Geist if he's able to do that.
So Snag knocks Erik to 8. And, I mean, if Erik... Snapcaster,
yep.
Vapor Snag, bounce your guy, you're at 7, kill you.
4, 5, 6,
That's it.
7, 8,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, Erik is at 7 right now and about to take 8. And there's nothing he can do about it.
That's going to do it, yeah.
Jeff Rasmussen takes the match. His Spectral Delver list. We need to pick a key card out of it. So there's Angel Delver, there's Spectral Delver.
And then there's Human Delver.
Human Delver, yeah. So,
are you guys tired of Delver yet?
Who
too bad.
Me? I'm not tired of Delver.
Too bad, because it's not going anywhere.
Somebody, Eric Ospey, just mentioned active aggression targets, so I'm not sure what he was supposed to be able to take. Well, the idea was he takes the Angel, not the Geist. He can't take the Geist.
Yeah.
Right, but when the Geist when the Geist of St. Traff attacks, Angel comes into play tapped and attacking. You play active aggression, take the Angel, which untaps, and declare it as a blocker on the Geist of St. Traff.
Yep.
So, just to clarify that for anybody who may have been confused. But everybody else who seems to have understood what we were getting at agrees that was a legal play, or that was an ideal play. So,
yep.
So that just taking a look at Twitter here.
Yeah, the bonfire play was not too good. Not too good. I mean, it's easy to get caught up in, oh man.